and take a hostage night. Problem was that I forgot the hostage was there. Silly me. I found a bunch of cool people living under a bridge, so naturally I offed them all with a shotgun and then accidentally killed the hostage again. I then accidentally drove very recklessly and ended up having just to kill a bunch of people with an invisible shotgun. Then I got caught texting and driving. Then I got caught texting and grenade throwing. Then Pirate Lady called me again to take this guy alive, which was a shame, because even though he was still alive, I'd already kind of planned that he wouldn't be. Just really unfortunate. You can't change fate though. So, good news. I climbed a window and punched a man today. Then I ended up killing everyone in the restaurant below completely out of bad habit, which I should really look into, but I definitely won't. Some local people were having a barbecue, so I killed them all for not inviting me. It just makes me angry when people don't invite me to everything I'm not invited to. Like this vending machine party. These people are just standing around here assuming I'm not interested, but I'm always interested. Then I caught some secondhand smoke spreaders standing outside a weird building, so I stopped them before they hurt someone.
Probably is the shards in the skull of a courier who's currently stretched out on the crematorium slab.
Well, with that information, I silently made my way through the crematorium, which I suppose is some sort of dairy factory. Luckily, I just assumed that everyone there was a bad guy, so all my actions were immediately justified. Even the cops came to help me out at one point, but alas, I got sick, so I went to the bathroom. Within moments, the cops had left and they had forgotten all about me, like I was nothing to them. I looked at myself in the mirror. Was I really a monster? No way, not with a face like that. So I just kept on killing with a smile on a face and a skip in my step. A lot of bad guys died there this day. Still not sure why everyone was here staring at this hologram guy, but hey, to each dairy factory their own. Next, I met up with Metal Neck Man, who told me the plan. Then I accidentally killed his friend and made sure he was dead.
No, I will remember this.
And then we shot the queen, killed some reporters, flipped them around with a car. It was just a really great night. Until I forgot the code. When I finally remembered the secret knock, Mr. Incredible just happened to run through our building and knocked it down. I had to go save Metal Neck so later on I could disappoint him further. The voice in my head was always getting more and more annoying, so each time he showed up, I just insulted him and left. It seemed to be the right thing to do. Then Blue Hair Girl told me to come over immediately. It sounded important. It wasn't. She told me she quit smoking years ago but wanted to reignite her addiction. Who was I to stop someone with such a passion? Then I helped an old man cross to the other side. Some tuxedo lady called me, but Metal Neck Man decided to budge in on the conversation. It was kind of hard to understand them both at the same time, but I suppose that just helps with the immersion. Then some random guy got in my car, so I did what came naturally to me. I drove him into the river. Turns out, he's immortal. After an invisible shotgun flight where no one probably got hurt, I headed to Tuxedo Lady's apartment. On the elevator ride, I played my favorite waiting game, Shoot Gun. I knocked aggressively on the door and then didn't say anything to create paranoia. But of course, I just couldn't resist talking. I did what came naturally to me, tried to shoot the lock to get in. Unfortunately, she opened the door and I shot her instead. I had now entered a boss fight. Sadly, it didn't last long. Really terrible boss fight, if I'm being honest. Then I got to ride the elevator again. Then I got to ride a flying car. I'll tell you, there was nothing more exciting than being able to soar over Night City. Until, of course, I fell off. I found a secret sewer casino, which I didn't know the password into. There were guards waiting for me, but I knew it was all just a test to see if I was cool enough to get in. Turns out, I was very cool. Well, silly me, I went in there and forgot it wasn't a fight club. Man, oh man, was I embarrassed. But I knew I couldn't stop now, or I'd look even more weird. Even the bartender was on the floor just cringing at me. I put him out of that cringe. Luckily, I was able to annihilate every living thing in that fight club and help someone wake up from a deep sleep. After I made sure my job was well done, and that's where the problem started. There were so many people trying to stop me from leaving. I was continuously attacked and was forced to defend myself. It was difficult for me to do this, but I did what had to be done. Luckily, I could take my mind off of things by going to another truck barbecue party. Always a good time and helps me to unwind. Well, I made it back to the Big Dude's lair, but it seemed like the immortal Carman also wanted to check out the facility as well. He seems like a chill guy. Then I met Trash Bag Trenchcoat Lady, who led me into an underground bathhouse. Sadly, their hot tubs had way too much ice for my liking. After falling asleep in the tub and dreaming about beating up some nerdy cameraman geek, I woke up and climbed on out, only to be greeted by trash bag trench coat lady again. I told her that her hot tub sucked and I wasn't about to pay full price for a terrible time. Well, that response turned out exactly as I wanted it to. Just like every other bathhouse experience I've had, it turned into a battle to the death. Every single member, VIP, casual, didn't matter. They were all trying to stop me from not paying the full fee, and I wasn't about to give in to pure pressure. Finally, the big dude stood in my way. I knocked him immediately to the ground, but showed mercy. Only for a second, though. Mercy is weakness without pain. All in all, awful Spot A treatment. 0 out of 10. Once again, I found me talking to myself. I insulted me to my face and successfully offended myself enough to leave the conversation. Score 1 for me, 0 for myself. Then blue hair girl calls literally at the worst moment.
Will you help?
No, that's stupid. Why would I help someone who literally... So I ended up meeting blue hair girl anyways. We met with some weird desk lady who thought she was way cooler than she actually was. I just called her stupid a ton and then left. That tactic always seems to work on the non-killable NPCs. So I raced off to find anything to do as I waited. Lucky for me, someone called me up and asked me to come and kill them. Then I met with Metal Girl. She asked me to kill her boyfriend. So anyways, I met up with that random guy who tricked me.